They're trying to get ready. There's Carl and his wife.
Hey guys! I'm gonna start this out. Appreciate y'all coming. This is a great opportunity for everybody in the room. Carl, Dell, and I have put our blood, sweat, and tears in this. Some of us not by choice, so late at night, 11:30 midnight phone calls, seeing if we sign anybody up. But it's been a good deal so far. Carl, I'm supposed to talk about him. And Lorraine, of course, I'll say you guys are negative. Carl, I grew up with him. He's a human chihuahua, I would say. I just told Dell that. Carl's very persistent, but he's good at what he does. He's a great businessman. I work for Surf Pro. We got quite a few Surf Pro guys in here. Carl took the Surf Pro industry here in Houston County that I think was in its demise in some respects and turned it into a franchise of the year throughout the country. Blood, sweat, and tears, he's done that with Surf Pro. And he's given a lot of us friends and family opportunity to be a part of that. Carl owns 2 Surf Pro franchises, Houston County, Dublin by day of Claxton. His dad in the back owns 2, whether he wanted to or not. I think Carl helped him.
That's the persistence you were talking about.
Yeah. Carl don't let up. That's why a lot of you guys are here today. He's a great guy, and we're here because he is a great guy, and he believes in this product. Carl called me, and I'll be honest, I was like at first like, dude, we're so busy, storm season's coming up, and I don't know if I want to get in something like this again. I've tried before, but he kept on, and I'm happy he did. So far we've done well. We've got a lot of people on board. It tastes great. I'm excited about MonaVie, the energy drinks, and the water that's coming out. Today, hopefully we can learn some more from some of the top people in the company, and thankfully they're here and they support us. But we're trying to do big things, and we want everybody in the room to do big things with us. But Carl and Lorraine are, notice I said and Lorraine, are anchors in this mission. Carl's a great leader, and he has a great woman by his side that allows him to be that great leader. So just introduce Carl and Lorraine.
All right.
Actually, just met him yesterday. I want to thank everybody for coming. I'm really excited about this opportunity. Everybody in the room, I know Sunday, everybody probably had plans, so thank you for taking the time out. Thank you for Tony, Sherry, and George, and Julie, and everybody that's come up from Florida. Looking forward to learning from you guys. They're going to do a presentation and just kind of take you guys through some of this, how we got to where we're at, and tell you a little bit about the product. And then we're going to have fun, mingle, and please pick the brains of the ones that came up from Florida. If you came from Florida, raise your hand. Or definitely pick their brains because they know a lot more than I do right now. And then everybody else, again, thanks. And I'm going to turn it over to Tony. This is my wife, Lorraine.
Hey, Lorraine.
Hold on. TV went crazy on me, man.
Well, before Tony and I say anything, what we're going to do is we're going to play a very short video to give you a little idea of what we have going on. Just in the meantime, can you raise your hand if you're not part of Carl's team yet, and you've never tasted the juice, or you're getting in today? Just raise your hand and let us know, those who already exist and those who are going to exist.
I'll raise them higher than that.
Come on, we got to see. All right. Okay, very good, very good.
talk too long, so we had it all prepped for this. But
George said 2 minutes.
Got it. Alright, we're just gonna watch 2 quick videos from you guys.
Resilient Amazonian rainforests of Brazil comes the acai berry, a miracle of nature revered for centuries for its unique health and wellness properties. MonaVie Active, the premier acai blend, combines plant-based glucosamine and 19 fruits so you can feel great and live life in motion. Helps support joint mobility and flexibility. Helps maintain a healthy range of motion. Offers antioxidant protection against free radicals. No artificial flavor, color, or sweeteners. MonaVie Active is exclusively formulated with MonaVie Complex, a proprietary blend of the highest quality of acai pulp, puree, and powder. Rich in nature's benefits, MonaVie Active can help you live a healthier, active life with each delicious sip. Drink the goodness of Mother Earth with MonaVie Active.
Alright, one more quick one.
George.
Whoa, what happened?
George.
that's me before I took
George.
That's before mine.
George.
Just kidding. You take
Hello,
your
my name is Dr. Vincent Jan Papa, a member of the Jeunesse Scientific Advisory Board. Today I'd like to speak about MonaVie. One of the most important things is to obtain high doses of natural antioxidants. MonaVie includes 19 fruits and the Brazilian superstar acai berry, which is extremely potent in buffering free radicals that occur on a daily basis, and as well helps tremendously with joint mobility, flexibility, and range of motion. MonaVie is a dietary supplement formulated with acai V as a plant-derived glucosamine to help keep your joints mobile so you can live life in motion.
Alright, that's it for the videos. Alright. Thank you again, everybody, for coming. We are Tony and Sherry McKnight. We are from Gainesville, Florida.
Go Dogs!
Gators.
Careful, somebody
Should be a good game this year.
But we're trying to recruit him.
I know, I'm sorry. We're trying to recruit them. Go Dogs.
There we go.
Anyway, we just wanted to share for a couple minutes who we are, where we're from, and why we're doing this. And I'm going to turn it over to my lovely wife. As I said, I'll be the arm candy this time.
Yes. Well, we are really excited to be here to meet you all, and this is actually the first home tasting party that we've done in this second wave of MonaVie. Tony and I actually met in MonaVie. I don't know what year we met. I know what year we got married, but we actually met in MonaVie, and we knew each other for a few years. So I like to say, you know, the first wave of MonaVie was really great, and I got my fantastic husband there. So, I mean, it can be a lot of things to a lot of people, but it started out with me with the juice. A lady gave me this product who was a Brazilian who didn't really have a clue what was going on, but she understood what was in the bottle. And I wouldn't listen to her husband, who kept telling me, you have to get in this business, you have to hear about this. And that's all he was saying to me. So I kept saying, I've got too much going on, I'm not interested. So he sent his wife. And so one day she appeared at my office, and as a courtesy, I took the juice, and she really didn't tell me much about it except for go home and drink it. 2 ounces in the morning, 2 ounces in the evening. So that's what I did. And about 3 days later, I know it sounds crazy, but you know, that we have all these experiences because we're just drinking juice that's made of fruits, but it made a huge difference in my life. And so I immediately stopped going to my chiropractor because my neck and back were feeling so much better. But then a light bulb went off, and I said very quickly, oh my gosh, if this works this great for me, I gotta get in this business. So I asked her about it, and she had absolutely no idea how to build a business. And I said, well, who can we talk to? So I wanted to say that right in the beginning, to say that, you know, I live with Tony, and he's gonna do the compensation plan here and everything, and you'll think, you know, wow, this is, you know, how we're gonna make money. I just know we will, and I knew that I had to get out there and start sharing this juice with people. And the more I did that, the more testimonies and stuff I was hearing. But the best part about it was the people and the camaraderie that we had. And when I saw that, I really found my home. When MonaVie started changing back in the day, I'm talking about the first wave, we didn't want to ever see that end. And Tony and I always said, man, if we could ever find another opportunity that would be like MonaVie, that would have this kind of culture, that would have this amazing product, we would do it. Years and years went by. I know George and Julie felt the same way, but eventually this came to us. And so this is basically our second wave of MonaVie, a company inside a company, basically. Jeunesse is our parent company, and this is a company that's already achieved over $1 billion in sales, so it's like no risk. You know, when we got involved, I think George will tell you there was paper labels, is that right?
Stick them on the bottle.
Yeah, they were just stuck on the bottle. So I mean, that's how, like, Tony got involved in 2006, 2005, I'm 2006. So a lot of things changed and grew, and I want you to know that this time around, this is our second wave of MonaVie. This is truly ground floor. This is like getting in 2005 when we had paper labels falling off and all these other things. That is truly the opportunity that we have here in MonaVie this time around, or, well, Jeunesse, but MonaVie, everything is so new, it's still kind of evolving, so you guys should feel really confident about the opportunity that is before you, but also really confident in knowing that this is a start, and things are going to continue changing and continue growing. The most important thing that we hope you see is that this is an incredible company with incredible people, an amazing product about to come out in the Briggs mineral water. So we have a lot to look forward to, and we hope that you will see what we see. And this is Tony. So I'm the one that they call ignorance on fire, which that is not an insult. What that means is I got out there and I ran on my excitement. I ran on what I saw, and I didn't let what I didn't know stop me. And it's not stopping me this go round either. So you don't have to know everything. You just have to know that the product is great. And if you know that, you're going to be a great success.
Right.
Thank you.
Good job.
You have to take one quick minute because although I'm just standing here and I am fairly quiet, cool, calm, and collected, I'm super excited about the opportunity, and I'll tell you more in a minute. But I'm really excited about introducing these two guys who have come up with us. And one of the reasons I'm excited about these guys is, as Sherry said, this is the second wave of MonaVie. For all of us football fans in the room, think about it as, hey man, we were on the winning Super Bowl team 15 years ago, and we got an opportunity to bring the guys back, and we really know we can win again because we got the solid core group, and we got a whole bunch of new players that have come on board, and we know we can take it to the championships again. And that's exactly how I feel about MonaVie, the brand, Jeunesse, the company, and what we're going to do to the industry of network marketing. Kind of sort of like, what was your name? Matt. Kind of sort of what Matt described about Carl coming in and taking kind of a beat-up ServPro franchise in this area and turning it into a powerhouse. That's kind of how I feel right now with what I know about the industry and about this product, about the team we've got assembled. Not only the guys, all you people in this room here, the ones that are going to join us, the ones that are out there that we're going to be coming to, but also the corporate side of things and the other people that are in our team and what we call our upline. I'm really excited about that. But having said that, I got two guys here that we've become friends with over the years, and what's fascinating about these two guys, George Reed and Ron Prudhomme, is prior to the first wave of MonaVie, these guys didn't know squat about network marketing or multi-level marketing or social marketing or whatever people call it. They were excited and they were looking for a different opportunity, even though both of them have been successful in their own right, sort of like Carl and Lorraine. You're very successful. Obviously, we see the trappings of that success. But like a lot of us who have been in traditional business, we realize at some point, money's not everything. And there might be something that's lacking. And what this industry really shows to us is that you can have time and money and enjoy your life without trading away your life in order to have what everybody calls success. So, Ron, George, come on up here.
All right, man.
Hey George, how you doing?
Good. I'm a financial guy, insurance guy, investments. He's an AC guy. So AC and insurance don't really go well together, but that one day he had a very successful AC business in our town, and I had just found out about MonaVie. My mom had a great testimony that got me extremely excited, to the degree that I bought a couple more cases and gave it to her girlfriends. And her girlfriend started calling me, asking me about antioxidants. I had no idea. Glucosamine, I said it's WD-40. I don't know what it is. They put WD-40 and that's why you feel like that. I don't know. But real quick, like, we saw an opportunity because the people truly were loving the product. And there's got to be a business behind that. And luckily we had a mentor that was going to teach us to do that. So me and Ron, we haven't done this together in a while like this, but
What, 10 years now?
yeah, but maybe 1,000 of these we've done together.
Many of them.
It's fun.
And I told him in 2005, whenever he brought me that, bottle, I was busy and stressed out, backaches and things like this. But that bottle, 2 bottles, and I was cleared up. I was fine. So I told him, I'm not going to get involved in this pyramid scheme thing. And so he took it at Briggs' house, and Briggs was, he was just excited, just like he always is. He was standing on this little step stool, and he had this bottle. He was just going on, 1,001. But when he talked about the passive business, where you build it once and you get paid, forever, and the juice and the structure of the business, how it works, you just put it in 2 people, and it'll start growing. See, I bought into all that mess. I said, you know what? I'm gonna try that. And so George and I just packed up, man. We just bought bottles of juice, and we just started talking to everyone. We would talk about this, And so we just started building. We're building. And my first check, on the card, $50 that week. So I said, you know what? If I can make $50, I can make 100. So we started building, and that 50 turned into 500 a week, and then it went to 5,000 a week. Then it went to 50,000 a week.
I figured out it wasn't a pyramid when Ron was making $5,000 a week, and I was still making $150 a week. So I was like, wait a minute here now. You're down there, and you're making. How's that work?
That's exactly right.
So
That's
business,
exactly right.
it really is about your ability to help others.
So we just started, building, and we didn't look, back about what we did. We just kept going and talked to people. There's thousands and thousands of people in this town, in your town, just begging you to, show them a ticket out of your job, of your business, because it doesn't end. I had 20 trucks. Just going. I kept adding on because it doesn't end. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. You keep getting more and more stressed out. It doesn't end. And so I said, you know what? I had, a ticket out of my dilemma. A great company. I had plenty of big homes. And it's all the Harleys and all these things, but it's every day. So this business, it took us out of that. Our day was an hour, 2 hours, in the evening.
We're working
like
right now.
This is
called
our
work
job.
to us right now. So we're working.
And then all day in the pool, playing around on the Harleys and stuff. This is it, man. So hey, listen, the second chance now is here. Guys, it all starts just like this. We started in homes with just 2 people, with 3 people, 1, 4, or 5. And it just grew and grew. It's going to happen, except quicker now, because you are going to double, and then double again, and then again, and it's going to get out of hand. It's going to be cool.
In financial planning, we talk about compound growth, right? If you take a penny, double it every day, what it'll be in 30 days. That's really your investments in general. There's the rule of 80. So there's all these different rules in financial training that we teach people, that compounding growth is the wonderful thing on the planet. right? You got to be able to understand that. That happens in this business very, very quickly. It just absolutely explodes when you surround yourself around people that you want to hang out with and vacation with and have a good time with.
One other thing, George and I, personalities is, sort of different. You know? and listen, it takes a team of personalities. I'm the one who would I'll just go and grab them and just throw them in. But then I'm done with it. I don't want to clean up the mess. I'll fish them, but I don't want. And see, George is a great cleaner-upper. So I just drag them in and say, here, George, I teach them the back office and how it works and all the stuff. I'm going to go out there and fish again. And we would just start fishing. And George was just always, he just stayed, swamped over this. So at that time, George sponsored me, okay? And so George was the upline, so I would just throw them. But then today, I said, George, are you going to sponsor again, George? Me again? He said, no. he said, you sponsor me now. So anyway, it's just it's fun teaming up with people that you are with a personality that you're not strong in. There's things that I'm strong in, and George isn't. There's things he's strong in.
I calculate, I think about it, I measure it, I strategize, I make a plan, I work the plan, and I achieve the plan. All right, I do achieve the plan. It just takes me a little bit longer mentally to get there, so I can go all in. I put one toe in at a time. Ron jumps his whole body in. Okay, so Ron did anything you can think about how to bring people into this kind of business. I promise you, we've thought about it, from running radio ads to billboards to
paper
flea
ads,
markets. I mean, you should see some
all the
of
stuff that's wrong.
Yeah, we really did it all. You know?
Yeah,
and,
but it was fun though.
Luckily, we had Brig though. There is a true leader, a true mentor, and one of the last that in this industry that we have. So to me, he is the last. So if we were going to do MonaVie again, there's some things that MonaVie had to get right again, because the company, as bad as it was, it's like going through a divorce. My wife and I just changed our lives, right? But the company made some bad decisions, taking on bad investors that in a sense were smarter than they were. You know how that works out sometimes. So they lost their own company, right? Luckily, Jeunesse bought them out of bankruptcy and bought that brand and that product and shelved it for a season. Just kind of put it back and said, we're not going to deal with it right now. We'll talk to Tony about it. Tony was always in with MonaVie. My wife and I have been paid by this product since March of 2005. We've been paid every single week since March of 2005, haven't we, honey?
Yes, we have.
And but I'll tell you one thing. She did not want nothing to do with this business for the first 3 or 4 months. She was sick to her stomach about it. She thought me and Ron were out like, I don't know what she thought we were doing, but she thought we were getting in trouble, right? And we were going to go to jail. So we had this big coming to Jesus meeting, my wife and I. She's like, you got this juice here. We're spending, like $250 a month. You got your mom hooked up with $150 a month. That's like $500 a month. And you and Ron are running around to Starbucks and getting everybody in on this Jesus thing. And I'm just not sure if we're doing the right thing here. And I said, well, let's just think about that a minute. Are we hurting anybody? All right? Are we hurting anybody? Did anybody get hurt for spending $150 and buying a case of juice? I gave them 4 bottles of a product that's the best quality product. They can't even buy it nowhere else but from me. So I gave them something for the money, and they're coming back to me, hugging my neck, telling me how much they're grateful for drinking this product and how much it's helped them. I mean, this is kind of getting addicted, even if I don't make money. I like getting people to come up and hug me. I'm a big hugger, so it was great. We do say drink it, fill it, and share it. That's all it is. You got to drink the product. You can't do this if you don't have a testimony. You can't believe in what you're doing. Bottom line, I couldn't do it. You couldn't either. And then when you feel the results, it's so easy just to share with your girlfriends and friends and family. I've had hundreds of people tell me they'll never do this business. This is a pyramid scheme. This is nothing going to work back like that. And they're the biggest builders because they get a testimony and they go tell their grandma or there's somebody else that really has a testimony and they get all in and start telling people about it. It's just, I would say this from a finance perspective, you need to be looking for another way to make money besides your day job. If you have a job, W-2, you need to start thinking about a 1099 world and how people that own 1099s, how they get there mentally, and some of the things they can achieve by stepping into owning your own business. And I honestly believe the way Facebook has changed and social media and Instagram, social networking is here to stay, and it's going to double and triple in size in the next 10 years. Because the 35 and unders, all they want to do is take pictures and get paid for doing it. But they're not getting paid. They're taking pictures of their food and their friends and showing their lifestyle and all, but they're really not fully monetized that opportunity yet. We're going to show you how they did it years and years ago and how it's going to be even better today.
And what's cool is this, in 2005, when we started, we didn't have a clue of what was fixing to happen.
Yeah.
Today, we are sitting here watching this and saying, this is going to be fun, this is going to be good, man, this is going to be a big, big deal. Because you guys ain't going to quit, you're going to keep building and keep going. Your people will keep building, they will keep, it's going to grow into craziness. But it's going to be a good, but for all of you guys who's in now, who's in early, and start pumping it, start hitting it hard. I tell them all, you know, attach them into these tasting parties and into the live Facebook lives and all that stuff, and grow it. It's going to be much quicker now.
Ron always helps me step in and believe a little bit more. He came to me one day about 9 months into this business. He said, George, I'm going to sell my AC business. I said, dude, this is like a pyramid scheme, dude. This thing's going to fall apart. Don't sell this business. You lost your mind. No, I mean, he's my downline. I'm like, no, we don't about that. Let's just get all we can while we can. You know, let's see what's happening here. He says, no, George, you don't understand. I am in. I'm fixing to become a diamond. And 2 weeks later, he sold his business. 3 weeks later, he pulled up in a $400,000 motor coach, had MonaVie all on the side. I was like, brother, this is just great, playing around. He says, hey, we got it going on in Jacksonville. We hit our goal of 10,000 people on an auto ship in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm hitting the road. Tell me where I need to go, George. Pull up my tree and tell me where the hot spots are.
I did that.
And so, next thing I know, a year later, I quit my job, which I had never done, you know. And I was, you know, very successful as a manager for a company and had agents that worked for me. As long as my agents did okay, I did okay, right? So I made good enough money to keep my wife at home. You know, that's my main goal. But I just tell you, my first job, and I'll bring Tony up here in just a second, but my first job when I got in, my wife didn't want to do nothing with it. I said that before, I'm going back. But right around, I started making $100, $150, $300, right around $500 a week. Okay, it's just something about $500 a week when you start getting it on a regular basis that things start to click for you. And I brought my wife into the computer and I said, "Here, honey, look at this. This is what I've been doing, messing around with Ron, throwing that juice you've been talking about. You know, this is it. You know." And she looked over at my computer and said, "Oh, honey, that's good. That's $500 you made this week. Or for this month. That's good." I said, "No, that's like this week. And look, these are the next 6 weeks what I'm going to make. 6, 7, 8, 9. She's like, "Are you? All this is yours?" I said, "Yeah, no, it's yours. It's in your name. Maybe I'll put the whole business in your name." So get your wife on board. Just say put it in her name. So she said, "I can." Well, she pulled up the back office and says, "Hi, Julie," right? And that $500 a week. The next day I came home from my job, I was working all day. I come walk in the door, she's got my MonaVie shirt nice and ironed for me, got the dinner already. I mean, I take one bite of my dinner, and she's like, "No, honey, you got to go. Here's your juice, here's your shirt. You get out there and go tell more people about this because I'm fully supporting you now, and I'm going to help you do this." And that's when it kicked in with me. And having people like Ron help you believe. That's the thing about this kind of business. You don't have to be a Carl. You don't have to be a George. You don't have to be a Matt. Okay? But what you got to be able to do is plug into a team that's going to get there. We're going to do it whether Carl does it or not. Okay? We know what we're doing. Ron's had an income of $35,000, $40,000 a week for many, many, many weeks. I was able to make an income that to this day changed my life forever. I'm here today. I haven't really worked since says, you know. So if you do what you really love doing, you don't work anyways. So me and this brother here, we both got motor coaches, and we put 100,000 miles on them. And John Ward, y'all come up here real quick. I just want to say this is who we bought the motor coach from. After listen, I'm the guilty part. After 5 motor coaches, $300,000 to $500,000 at least, we think we start catching on. John, I mean, you gonna keep selling these motor coaches, or you gonna come along with us, right?
Well, Brig started sending these guys, and I got to tell you, when Brig, I knew when Brig came out with this early, and I had the wrong attitude. I had this wait and see, just prove it to me. And so I've known Brig for many, many years. So Brig's pretty smart. He starts saying, Ron buys a $300,000 coach. You know, George comes, he spends over $250,000.
Yeah.
All these are Crown Club high-end coaches, and then they kept coming, one after another, and these guys were making north of 5, 10. I had people coming making 15, 20 million bucks in this business. And all of a sudden, I told my wife, I said, there's some money in this thing. So I said, we better do something about it, you know. So we started hitting it and didn't hit a level these guys hit, but we hit a Ruby level. They flew us out to Utah. You know, we took our 3 kids out with us and got private snowboard lessons. My kids were, flipped out, excited about it. And so, the rug kind of got pulled out from all of us. You know, they watered the juice down. They sold out to investors. They made some big mistakes, but this is like redemption. This is like round 2, and I told George the other day, I'm literally have got to calm down to go to sleep right now. I mean, I promise you, I've got to calm down. I'm so excited about this because it's real to me. When guys like Ron come in and George, and I can name the names, 12, 13 of them, it's real to me. It's real that you can get your time back, right? That, hey, I'm selling out 50, 55, 60 hours a week. She watches me work at this dealership, and I'm like, man, there's more to life. Tomorrow I'll mark 1 year that I had to get open heart surgery, and God spared my life. I had chest pains, and I went in, and they didn't know anything until they did a heart catheterization. And tomorrow marks 1 year, and they came in and did a heart cath, and they said, I'm thinking I'm in there for a stint or 2. And they said, we can't help you, you got a bypass. They rolled me out, broke the news to my wife. My wife's in tears. I said, look, it's going to be okay. 4 days later, they rolled me in. Tomorrow marks 1 year. And opened me up, quadruple bypass, and God spared my life. Brig came, and he calls me up. He says, hey, I want to pull in the dealership because I want to talk to you. And this, for me, was a life-changing moment, So I'm out there, Brig calls me, hey, I'm out in the parking lot. Come on out, I'll get you a cup of coffee. I sit down, Brig talks to me, eyeball to eyeball. He goes, I want to tell you something. He goes, I've had 3 friends get open heart. He says, 2 didn't make it, you did. He said, God's got a plan for your life. And I'll tell you, every single person in this room, I'll tell you the same thing. God's got a plan for your life. And the plan isn't trading time for dollars forever. I mean, we're on a ground floor opportunity that is so real that I have never seen anything without any hype. I've never seen anything like this in my life.
Right.
With a 2x2 matrix, with an affiliate plan, and with a customer plan that we have in our hands, sitting on a ground floor with a $1.6 billion company. I mean, the checks are showing up already, and George says, show them the check. Show them the check. I'm showing my friends a check. They're going, okay, I'll be at your house Tuesday. And so all of a sudden, we're sitting on every single one of us in this room, on a ground floor opportunity that in the next 12 to 18 months, you can have your time back. And that's what these guys had. George would come in, and I'm working 50, 55, 60 hours a week at the dealership. He'd toss the keys to the motorhome. Said, man, I'm going to Busch Gardens. Go deal with the problems, John. I'd go bring a coach to service.
There was a lot of problems.
They
sold me a bad motor.
I still feel bad. We'll make it up to you. And so George would flip the keys to me, and that's what made it real. He goes, I'm going to Busch Gardens for the day. Take this thing to service. So I take the coach to service. He's at Busch Gardens all day, and then he goes and does meetings. And see, that's what it's all about, really, to me, is time and money. And that's a lifestyle. Go ahead, share your perspective.
Well, when we were in that first first meeting, I don't know, it just clicked. I saw it. I just saw everything coming together. I'm like, everything that I hated, they're fixing. And I looked at him and I said, honey, network marketing is in your blood. And I just told him, I said, if you don't do this a year from now, you will regret it for the rest of your life. Because we just know it. We just know. And when you're at that point, it's not hard. It's easy. You know, we just go out and share it with people. And we're just excited because it's, for a lot of people, you know, it means different things for everybody. But for us, we really need to get out of our full-time jobs and do what God has called us to do. You know, we have a lot of ministry things. We have a lot of ministries we want to help. We have a lot of people we want to help. And family, I mean, we've got to do this. I mean, we just visited my dad. And, I mean, his roof collapsed and they're still in the house. And they don't have the money to move. And we don't have the money just to move them. But we're going to,
It's coming.
It's coming. It's going to happen. But, I mean, we got to do this. And it's not just about us. And it's not just about the money. It's so much more than that.
And I tell you, every single person in this room's got an opportunity that I've never seen. I've never seen anything like this in my life. Sitting, and he'll explain this in a minute. The 2x2 and really taking your eyes off yourself and putting it on somebody else and helping somebody be successful, you know, and changing somebody else's life, you know, and your life will be changed in the process. But every single one of us in this room, and just like George just said, it doesn't matter what spot you're in. Just go tell people. Just go share it. Share it out of your heart. Share your heart with people. And when this product starts to flow and it comes out of your heart and you're real, it's over. It's over. It'll take a life of its own. It's over, and you'll get your life back.
Hey, thank you, brother. That's my personal there. That's my
One thing I didn't do, Sandy, stand up Sandy?
Yep.
There she is.
Sandy was, no offense to anybody that's watching, was my favorite boss I ever had. So when I came out of school, moved back here, I worked for Sandy for a couple of years. She called me, she was trying to reach me when I was on a mission trip in Guatemala, and she was blowing up Facebook. I was like, how's Sandy finally figure out how to use Facebook? I called her Monday when I got back, and we said hi. We hadn't talked in years. And then she's like, I got to get you in on something. She's like, I got to talk to you. And true story, I said, Sandy, if you were one of my guy friends, I would punch you in the throat right now if you try to get me to do any kind of network marketing. I don't have time. I'm too busy. And she's just persisting. Full disclosure, I just said yes so she'd stop asking. But once I started researching it and started like doing my own research, I was like, wow, she really is on the ground floor. It's the best of both worlds. It's new products. It's a product that's relaunching. And a lot of times with new, there's a lot of risk. Well, this new has a debt-free, billion-dollar company that is backing it. So you're losing a lot of that risk with a startup, but you also have that new feel to it. And I was like, this is real. And I started calling, and I talked to George. I started bothering the heck out of George. He's like, who's this Carl guy? And then I got Tony's number. I didn't even know how high up the food chain Tony went, but I'm going to keep calling him. And they wrote the answer to my calls every time. And they were giving me teaching points. I had no idea. I'm like, hey, I'm signing people up on my vision. We haven't even tried product yet, but I need to know what the heck I'm telling these people. So I asked them a lot of questions. I feel like I went from a K4 level of knowledge. I'm about a 5th grader right now, but I'm moving quickly, learning from these guys. So I know Tony's going to take over here for a minute and start getting kind of the nuts and bolts, and then we're going to try products and stuff like that too. But I wanted to thank Sandy because this thing really got legs fast, and I'm really excited about the opportunity. Also, folks that work with me in ServPro, you can't quit your jobs. Not yet. Right here. Got to keep your jobs, but this will be another great source of income.
I just want to say something really quick about how this is such a God thing. Carl and Dale and Matt were my salespeople many years ago, like 15, we can't remember, 15 to 17 years ago. I was their manager, and I hired them. They were young, and Carl was thinking about getting an engagement ring for Lorraine, so that's how long ago it was. And so about 3 or maybe 4 weeks ago, I went to bed at 10 o'clock, and at 12:30, now I had just been praying. I I had just joined this company, and the first thing I did was call my son in Williamsburg, Virginia, and signed him up. So I'm thinking, okay, he's on my right, who's going to be on my left? And I just prayed that God would put somebody, in my heart. And I went to bed at 10 o'clock, and at 12:30 I woke up, and Carl's picture was in my brain. I couldn't remember his name, because I told him the story already. I'm like, I know that guy. I knew who he was, but I couldn't remember his name. And finally, I was like, Pirazola. And so I got my Facebook and started looking. I found Carl and Dale, and I messaged Carl, and I said, I've got to reconnect with you, call me. And he did when he got back in town. So I'm telling him all about Brig and Janess and MonaVie, and he's like, multi-level marketing. I've never done multi-level marketing. And so finally, at the end, he was like, okay, don't call anybody else. I'm in. I got to call Dale. So he called Dale, and the rest is history. But this is definitely, one thing I was telling, I think, Julie earlier, it's wonderful to be with people that are so God-centered, and we want to help others. We don't want to just do this for ourselves. We want to do it to help others and to serve others. And so it's just a wonderful opportunity, and we're so excited about reconnecting again.
Sandy, whoever your sponsor is, what would you like to say to them? Tell them who they are, and what would you like to say to them?
Well, Jim Watson and Ron have been friends for a long, long time. And I've been a widow for like 8 years, and Ron and I met 18 months ago, so we've been dating for 18 months. And so Jim had been calling and he was like, I've been on the phone with Jim for another hour. I've been on the phone. And so finally he said, honey, I'm thinking about this business. I said, I have no interest, but if you want to do it, I'll support you, but I'm not interested. For many reasons. I've been in multi-level marketing before, but also we take care of my 92-year-old mother, so it's a full-time job. So finally he said, just listen to Jim. So I said, okay. So Jim and I connected one Saturday, and then I listened to a call the next week, and I looked at Ron and I said, we would be crazy not to do this business. And so that was maybe 4 weeks ago. So thank you, honey. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome, Sandy.
One other thing I want to say too, like most everybody in the room has a connection, whether it's directly with me or through somebody that brought you here. You are going to make this business. You got to do the work yourself. Nobody can do it for you. But with that said, if you join the right team, it can really help you. These guys have been awesome coaches, and they didn't even know me a couple weeks ago, helping me walk through the processes. But a lot of you guys, you say, hey, you thought of this person, Carl, can you call them? You're joining my team and their team. And if you have anybody, you may not be a salesperson, but if you believe in the products and you like them, call me, I'll close them. But that's what you got. You got good coaches. A lot of people that are in the room that are on the fence that want to know about the product. You got to believe in the product before you come into it. I recruited you because I know you know how to sell. I know you know how to talk to people. So and there's a lot of people that aren't in the room that are different states that I've connected with you over the years that I know will go gangbuster on this and just blow it up. They got to believe in the product. But if you're coming into this, you've got support. You've got somebody that'll help you. My wife supports me, so she's really been stepping up. Because at night I'm on the phone like 24/7 right now. Like, Matt, who am I talking to today? Dale, where am I talking to somebody? So we're here to support you. First thing first, you got to believe in the product, and then the rest will take care of itself. But I'm going to turn it over to Tony, and then we'll try the product real shortly.
All right, I'm going to make this fairly quick because I know it gets tiring standing around listening to a bunch of people talk about how great their lives have been. When really it's all about you guys and what's this opportunity and what's in it for you. Because it's all wonderful for us to talk about how great things have been for us, but the bottom line is what's in it for you and can you do it? And one of the things Carl touched on that I think is really important is to understand this. Yes, you are in business for yourself, but not by yourself. And I will contradict something that Carl said because it's been my experience that in this industry, the people that do the best are, for lack of a better term, preachers, teachers, and coaches. Because those three professions, their success is dependent upon the success of others. So what that means is, hey, if I'm a crappy coach, and I'm not teaching my players players how to be good at whatever it is that I'm coaching them on, then I'm not successful. In this business, in this industry, we got to be really good teachers, preachers, and coaches, because in order for me to be successful, for George to be successful, for Ron to be successful, for Sandy to be successful, for Jim to be successful, we got to help Carl be successful. And at the same time, we got to help Dale be successful and Matt be successful. And we want to help as many people be successful as possible, because the more people that we help, the better it is for all of us. So, all right, I'm going to go real quick through the money reel on this. You guys have basically seen the business. George said it right here. Drink it, feel it, share it. We're going to drink some here afterwards. And do what Carl said. We have, it's three things: invite, taste, and share it. You invite some people over, you taste it, if you like it, if you get some benefit out of it, you think there's an opportunity for you, you share it with other people, repeat. It's a franchise. The difference is it doesn't cost you more than a couple $100 in order to buy into it. So, ITS. I'm excited about this opportunity. I've been in this industry since 1995. Part of my background, I was a professional athlete for 10 years. My goal in life was not to have a job until I was at least 30. I made it to the age of 28. First job I ever had was in sales. It's terrible. But I learned to like sales. The first opportunity I ever saw was something called the Amway business. And for me, when I first saw it, I thought, oh my goodness, why the heck wouldn't everybody in the world want to do this? And then I found out most of my friends told me it was a scam. Except I had a great experience with it. So I've been in the industry since 1995, off and on. Having said that, Sherry and I also own a handful of traditional businesses. One of our businesses is in the firearms industry. Yay! And you talk about opportunity, and people ask, well, who are the people that do this kind of stuff? Busy people tend to do stuff like this, because we're always trying to look for that edge, that opportunity to get ahead. We've got a very busy business. We've got almost 50 employees that take care of our firearms business and our health products business. We have a retail shop. We have a big online industry. The reason I want to bring that up to you guys is some of the stuff that I'm going to share with you and that you're going to learn as this business of Jeunesse and MonaVie builds. We pioneered these concepts in our firearms model. We'd already modeled this for years while we were in business with Jeunesse, before we came to them and said, look, we've got the perfect opportunity, the perfect storm to disrupt the network marketing industry like we've disrupted the firearms industry. And what I'm going to talk to you about here, we talked about the invite, taste, share, and I'm going to talk to you about this new model. It's called the CAB. Consumers or customers, affiliates, and business builders. In network marketing, like back in the Amway days, we all focused on builders. People like Carl, people like George, people like Ron, people like Matt, people like Sandy, people that would go out there and that they would recruit other people. That was the smallest majority of people that ever wanted to do this. A lot of people wanted the results that came from doing this, but they really weren't willing to do it because they weren't in that much pain. All right? So over time, what we've learned is that, people skipped over customers. One of the things I learned early on in network marketing is that, wow, it's okay if you actually sell somebody something because people will actually pay for it, and guess what? You make a little more money, which increases your odds of being successful because you got more money, more profit to put back into your business. Because, listen, at the end of the day, for these people who decide to be builders or even affiliates, it's a business. It can be as big or as small. I'm sure there's other ServPro franchisees that are not doing so great. And then there's a guy like Carl who's probably, I would bet, all in. And then some. All right? Same thing in network marketing. The people that put in the time and the energy tend to be the ones who get the results. If you want average results, you do the average amount of stuff. You want extraordinary results, you do extraordinary things. So what we learned over the years, like I said, people actually buy products, so there's customers. Customers are about 20 to 25% of the pie. Builders 10 to 15% of the pie. Over the last 10 years, there's been a new industry that's created: social media. Not only the social influence of social media, but the influence of digital technology in every aspect of our lives. Our children and our grandchildren grow up with a screen in their hand. They do business and they interact in a way that any of us who are here who are 40 and up kind of don't understand. I mean, when we were growing up, we went outside and we played in the yard. I guarantee most of the people in this room know people that have a real hard time getting their kid off the screen, off the Facebook, off of their whatever gaming system that they're playing, or whatever digital device that they're holding. Having said that, this is our target market. This is the 60 to 65% of people who otherwise wouldn't do a business like this, who aren't going to come and stand in somebody's living room right off the bat, but who have some kind of sphere of influence. Every single one of you in this room has a number of people that you have influence over, whether it's 5, 10, 50, 100 people, 1,000, 10,000 people. But there are people who are living in the digital realm who otherwise would say, there's no way, I've never had a party with 100 people over at my house, but I got 5,000 friends on Facebook.
It's true.
I mean, I have a kind of a funny rule. I just joke around with my wife. I'm like, look, if I ain't met you, I ain't accepting your friend request on Facebook. So I only got like 350 friends on Facebook. Anyway, having said that, there are people who have influence in the digital world. And basically what we've done with Jeunesse and now with MonaVie. MonaVie was a fantastic opportunity for us to reboot this model of network marketing. Not only that, but we were able to re-engage a guy named Brig Hart. In every industry in the world, there are legends. Every sport, every business model, every arena, there's a legend. What I like to say is Brig's the last living legend of network marketing. This guy's the absolute be-all and end-all genius. And one of his absolute geniuses is taking something very complex and making it simple. If you remember what I said, this business is all about invite, taste, share. Drink it, feel it, share it. Repeat. That's it. That's all this model is about. It's not anything complex. Yes, there's a somewhat complicated monetary compensation plan to it, but at the end of the day, it's invite, taste, share, drink it, feel it, share it. He's the genius behind taking something complex and making it simple. Together with him and his genius of also developing systems, because like SurfPro, you've got a system that you plug into. They tell you, here's some of the stuff that you need to get in order to make your franchise successful. Here's how you can reasonably expect to operate it in order to make X amount of money. If you follow these plans, you'll be successful. If you don't, you won't be. Brig's system is super important because at the end of the day, this opportunity is no good if I or Sherry or George or Julie or Ron or Carl can't say to you, you can do and have exactly what we have had in terms of success if you do this, this, and this. That's the secret of success. If I can do something that you have no shot at doing, then you have no shot at having the success that I'm having. However, if I can show you a stair-step pathway to do this, this, and this, and you will get this, increases your odds of success. So, invite, taste, share, consumer affiliate builder program. I'm going to go through real quick how you make money in this thing. So, in this business of MonaVie and Jeunesse, it's all about product. The more product that flows, the more money that's made. And the way we get money off of this right now is every bottle that flows through our networks has points attached to it. So the more points you get, the more money you make. And I'm going to talk about a concept that actually Ron helped Brig pioneer, which is this 2x2 concept. So in Jeunesse, we have what we call the 2x2 matrix, and we call it the 2x2 in 42. What's that mean? We want to get Carl, and we want to help Carl in the next 42 hours help 2 people get started in this business. We're not looking for everybody to do this when we're talking about the 2x2 matrix. We're looking for people like Carl and like the people in this room who are busy individuals, but who are looking for some other kind of opportunity. Those are the first 2 people we want to help you get. And basically what we want to do is we want to help you find 2 people and help those 2 people find 2 people. And the mechanism and what we use is our pitch, for lack of a better term, since we got a lot of salespeople in there, is we're looking for an individual that understands a business exchange, that if you'll invest $300, we're going to show you how to make $700 out of it. Okay? That's your pitch. And we're going to do that by showing you not how to go out and get 10, 20, 50, 100 people too. And what we're looking for is You make a list of the 10 most successful people that you know, and we only want 2 of them that are going to say, hey, you know what? I understand this. Put in 300 and I can make 700. And we're going to show you a simple system for doing that, which is 2 by 2. Helping you put 2 people in and helping them put 2 people in. And why did we do it 2? In the history of network marketing, most people never ever go out and sponsor 1 person, let alone 2 or 20. So what we wanted to do is we wanted to help people focus on 2 people, not 200, because if I can help you get 2 people, you will believe that I can help your people get 2 people. And what we understood and what Ron and Brig figured, where's Ron? Over here. What Ron and Brig figured out is in this Jeanette 5, 10, 20 levels. What's 10? How much?
What?
10 people. 100 grand a month?
100 grand. Right. 100 grand.
A month or a year?
A year.
Okay. What we understood is if we could help you go 5 levels, 2 by 2 deep, 10 levels, or 20 levels deep, at 20 levels, just in this one way, and there's 6 ways that you make money in the Jeunesse comp plan, just in this one way, if we help you get 2, who help get 2, who help get 2, and we go 20 levels deep, you max out this part of the compensation plan at $26,000 a week. It's $1 million a year income, okay? Now, results will vary, whatever disclaimer. So this was one of the things. Now, I'm going to teach you guys 2 things, and actually this other thing I'm going to share with you right now is an add-on right now for the compensation plan of Jeunesse, because here's what we understood in this business. It's great to show people that, hey, there's a whole bunch of money that you can make in this business, and actually you can make a way lot more money than that. But in the beginning, people, the first question that they have is, listen, man, I just put in $300 bucks. How do I get my $300 bucks back? Well, Jeunesse created a program in conjunction with Brig and Ron. It's a program called Star and Star Maker. Like every industry, we got sayings and acronyms and crazy stuff that we do. I try to kind of keep it simple, but here's what a star is. A star is this. This is you. We help you put 1 on the left and 1 on the right. You're a star. Okay? What's a star maker? Well, when we help this person put 1 on the left and 1 on the right, this person's a star, you're a star maker. You made somebody a star. Simple. And what Jeunesse does is this. When you go star, you get an additional $50 bonus. And when you help somebody else become a star, you get another $50 bonus. And what we teach is this. If you can help 3 people basically go star, you're going to make your $360 initial investment back. And our goal is to help you do that within 5 to 7 days, your first week into business. Because again, we're just talking about 2 by 2 by 2. We're not saying, hey, go get 100 people and sign them all up. Because here's another thing. Our goal in doing this is we want to come back again because we want to help Carl build his business. He's obviously very excited. We're actually very excited about the opportunity. It has been a fantastic journey for us, and we have been sitting around. Actually, there's another guy you asked how high up the food chain do I go, or do we go? There's only one other guy above us, and you'll get to meet him too. So, but that guy and I and George, we used to sit around talking about the what ifs. And one day the what if came true. And what you guys are seeing here is, Sherry said, ground floor opportunity. This is the culmination right now of about 12 months of work in order to get us today. What is today? Today's Sunday? Today's day 7 in this business. Okay, we officially launched last weekend. So this is 7 days into this opportunity. And it really is a fantastic opportunity because of the ITS program, the Consumer Affiliate Builder program, what Jeunesse is doing in terms of the opportunity, and in terms of bringing back this product so we can create that buzz. So what I was saying is that we want to come back again. We want to help you build this. But here's what I would encourage you guys to do. You're excited. Don't go out there and talk to 20 people. Get with Carl, get with George, get with myself, get with Sherry, get with Julie, get with one of us, and let's talk to 2 people, 1 or 2 people. Because here's the other thing. Using that model of teachers, preachers, and coaches, it's really hard to coach 50 people at a time, but it's really easy to teach and coach 1 person at a time, and then teach them to coach somebody else. That's the secret of this business, is that we want to help you become successful. And we're going to stick around here afterwards too, because like I said, this is only one way of making money in the compensation plan. This is a bonus that they're running right now that we're encouraging them to keep, because we think it's fantastic, because people can make a bunch of money as they're building their business. But there's 5 other ways of making money and a whole bunch of other tools that Janess has put at our disposal in order to basically be able to build this to whatever level that we want to build it to. So we'll stay around. I'll go into that a little more in depth later, but I am going to pass it over to my beautiful wife to close us out. Come on. And I'm going to say something too, because she hasn't said it yet. Back in the day and still today, they always refer to us as the method and the madness.
Yeah.
So,
And that is carried through in every area of our life. But yeah, there's lots of other ways to get paid, and Tony's going to show you that. I guess what I really want to do is get you to the point of decision. I mean, would you agree that by now you've seen something really exciting? I mean, come on, have you seen something really exciting? Do you love your friend Carl for inviting you here today? I love Carl. I mean, what a great opportunity for this, everybody watching Facebook Live to hear from a businessman who is so successful, and so many people in this room are very successful people, but that's who gets the vision of what this is. When I got started, I was a single mom who was also the owner of a mortgage company. And for me, I just had some things that I wanted. You know, I wasn't living in the house I wanted to live in at that time. My daughter was, you know, I really wanted her in a Christian school and in Christian education. And at the time, she was 5 years old, and she just wanted a house with 2 things, a pool and a dog. And through me working the opportunity of network marketing, I was actually able to get that house with the car, or not the car, I got the car I wanted, but we got the dog and we got the pool, and that made me feel like, man, this is awesome, because in my day job, I went to work every day and I loved what I was doing, but at night, I got to go out and hang out with all these great people and also help make Samantha's dreams come true. But I actually got started in this industry when she was only 9 months old. My first opportunity is what made me a believer in network marketing. And so, just get the vision. I went out almost every night selling jewelry, and I had my daughter in what I call the bucket, you know, you pop it into the stroller and all that. So I had my little bucket baby, and I went out and did jewelry every night. And so my daughter's literally never known me not doing network marketing and not doing something to bring in additional money. So this industry is phenomenal, but the opportunity that we have with MonaVie is what is so exciting. I mean, we're not even joking about how crazy this was. My first experience when I went to my first big open meeting where, like, you know, the big time people in the company are there, I couldn't even wait. So like right now, if any of you guys were like me, I was sitting next to the lady who brought me, and I told her, I said, I have to go. She can't go anywhere, it's not over. And I said, but I have to go now because I have to get to my friend's house. And I literally left a few minutes early to beat the traffic, to get all the way across town to sign up my first person. That's how big I knew it was. And like was mentioned here, this is a very successful home with very successful owners and very successful people in here. But if there's still something that you wish you had, that you could get, that you maybe don't have to work all day long or whatever your particular dream is. It could be travel. I mean, Tony and I sort of have a little bit of a dream that we had with a farm. You know, I don't know. We started out as a dream, but man, that thing's turned into a job now, I tell you. You know, you're supposed to not get things that eat your money while you sleep, like boats and like horses. Well, we got all that, including a zebra. But you know, just think about the things that you really want in your life, and how much would you value an opportunity to help you get it while you were just out hanging out with super fun people and going on amazing trips. When Tony and I got married, our honeymoon, I guess it was we went to Hawaii on the, what did we call it back then? It was
the MonaVie Diamond
the Diamond Destination. And we went to stay at this awesome hotel called the Grand Wailea, and they deposited money on our card, and that was actually our honeymoon. So, and I didn't even get to go on as many trips as people like George and Julie, you know, got to go on. So there's so much to look forward to, and Janess has all these packages with trips and stuff. I don't know everything. I'm just totally excited and fired up to be back in this deal again. So if you have seen anything here, I would just encourage you to not wait, because you got a great leader. And of course, we've come here to meet you all, and we're gonna be here to help you all too. So it looks like we have come to an amazing home filled with great people. Sandy, you really kicked off a great team here. So that's all I wanted to say. We've got sign-up sheets in the back, and if you want to learn more about how to really take it to the next level with the income, I tell you, this guy over here, he is really, really smart, and I'm sure Carl can attest. If you want to know how to really make some money, spend some extra time with Tony. How about that?
Yeah.
All right.
Thank
so
you.
Thank you
Appreciate
all
it.
very much.